Hey guys, TKC here, TheKaijudoChannel, and this time I'm going to do this properly. This is the Invasion Earth box opening on this channel. As you saw from last video, I absolutely failed and ended up recording when the video was already recording when I hit the record button, so I basically didn't record my whole box opening and I just got a bunch of recordings of my failure at the beginning and the end of it. So anyways, let's do this right this time. It is recording now, I made sure, so let's see what we get in this booster box. The box rare is, Haven's Elite. Awesome card. More Skyforce champion support, really cool. Gives all of your Skyforce champions the flare inhibitor effect, becomes a blocker and goes in your shield. And it doesn't become a blocker, but it goes in your shields and stuff, and it's really cool, it protects them, and it even works on this one too. So, awesome stuff. So, there we go. First pack, we got Lamplighter, we got Ricochet Shot, Engulf, Skulking Cypress, Emblazoned Giant. The rare is Morphing Pod, very, very weird card, and we already have a super rare here, and it is, Warbringer Poseidon, awesome card. Really, really good card for Corrupted. This is going to be awesome. So, first super rare in the first pack, awesome. Panic and Disorder, and Guardian Rusalka. Cool beans. Okay, next pack. Hunter Sphere, Detain, Bodyguard Vorg, Essence Shade, a really awesome card for Corrupted, it's boosting them all by 1,000. Cultivate, another really interesting card. Like, you know, it's in the middle of a Sprout and a Reapin', so it's still not that bad. You know, you go from 3 mana to 5, which is pretty crucial in most cases. Victory Gunner is the rare, really, really cool. Stomper Beaskin Evo. And we got Defiant Shaman, and Frantic Blast, and Sickly Larva. Alright, that pack was hard to open. Chimera Protector, whoopie-doo! Aqua Trickster, Broadsword Butterfly, Corporal Pepper, Awesome Wild Veggie, Boom Skull. The rare is Reverberate. This card's going to be nuts in control decks, drawing just so many cards for only 6 mana. Really, really cool. That's the rare. Fate's Hand, Wandering Brain Eater, which is a very interesting card. You know, it comes into play tapped, so this card is effectively like a Jade Monitor from Light, in that it's kind of like a level 3 4000 in a way, because it comes in tapped on turn 2. Still really cool though, because you can play this turn 2 and then still afford to play something turn 3 and you have the 4000 body, so it's kind of an interesting card. I think this will see some play. Flame Fang's a nice removal spell for fire, I guess. 4000 or less. Interesting stuff. Alright. Mad Watcher. This is going to be really cool as well. This is almost like a Grudge Weaver. But it's level 3, has 500 more power, which is actually pretty relevant against like Cyber Scamp and stuff like that, or Rusalka, Manatic, etc., etc. It has blocker, and it even has Skirmisher too, so you could revenge attack with this. And the discard ability is actually random discard instead of just they choose. So you know, if you use 3 of these and 3 of the Grudge Weaver, could be a really nasty combo. Cackling Fiend, Bronze Arm Renegade, Emblazoned Giant, which I still find this card really funny. I know it's really awesome in Seal because it's a common double breaker for 7,000, but it's a Colossus that's multi-civ, 7,000 power, yet there's the Granite Colossus card that's mono-civ, level 7 and 8,000, so I don't know what's going on there, but it's a really funny card anyway, and it's going to be really good in Sealed. Choten Stalker Sphere, speaking of good cards in the Sealed, giving all your Corrupted's blocker is absolutely insane. Really cool card. Heirloom Bombardment is the rare here. Cool stuff. I really want to see this card being played and actually working. I want to see the reaction on the opponent's face when this card gets cast on them and they're like, no. So that's the rare, and the very rare is Seneschal Children's Lieutenant. Awesome stuff. Really, really good Corrupted, if not the best Corrupted card. Veil Slip, another really interesting card. It'd be interesting to see what people are going to be doing with this card, because you could do so many silly combos with Val Malvictus, the new Megaria card in this set, King Coral, the list just goes on and on. This card's going to be really, really cool. Manic Mechanic is the last card in that pack. Alright, Skull King Cypress, Dracon Upstart, Sabotage Worm, Ion Cruiser, Ballistic Skytear, Telenon the Stormer is the rare. Evolves on a Tsunami Dragon or an Earthstrike Dragon, and it basically draws you a bunch of cards, so that's the rare. Crystal Pulse, another really interesting card too. It's kind of like a bottle for your Shield Blasts only, just kind of interesting. And if it's not a Shield Blast, well, you get a free ramp, so that's going to be a very interesting card, I think. Beam Bloom powers up your creatures by 2,000 when it's your opponent's turn, so it kind of protects them, which is kind of neat. And Fallen Keeper, that untaps your Corrupteds at the end of the turn. Nasty stuff. Alright, Lava Tube Crawler. This is the protector that when it gets banished, you decrease the power of a creature by 1,000. It's interesting. Stratus Beetle, Detain, Cyber Trooper, Ricochet Shot, aka the Scamp Killer. Tainted Quartz is going to be another key card in Corrupteds, I think, boosting all of your Corrupteds by 2,000 instead, including this. So this is a 4 for 4,000, and then everything else gets 2,000, so I think this is going to be really awesome as well. The rare is Looming Devourer, this big double-breaking, protecting Slayer, which is kind of interesting. That is the rare. Graviton Generator, which is like a bigger Star Lantern, kind of cool. It's an Enforcer too. And Armored Sentinel, the Protector Booster. Alright, we got Skyvolt Mech, very cheap Corrupted for 3,000, it's pretty nice. Cultivate, Dracon Upstart, Essence Shade, Stratus Veal, King Barnacle is the rare. Really cool Leviathan. I don't know if this will actually replace Wave Lancer for the level 5 Leviathan blocker, but it's really nice that this card is basically guaranteeing you one card to draw when you play it, and then every time you block with it, you draw more cards, so it's going to be a really interesting card. And the rare, not the rare, the very rare is Luminar Unleashed. So far my two very rares are both from the competitive deck, the Choten's Army, but still, it's really cool. Cantor tap more of these. It's a really good card. Veil Slip, Wandering Brain Eater. Alright, we're a little over a quarter of the way done here on this box. Emblazoned Giant, Aqua Trickster, Lamplighter, 5,500 vanilla for level 4. Interesting. Sabotage Worm, pretty crazy card as well. Every time your Corrupteds attack, they have to discard, so you basically turn all your Corrupteds into Giga Sand. Snake Trap, aka the Bird Killer. Blastforge Marauder, this really big, fast attack, powerful attack, 6,000 and double breaker, but it only has 1,000. It's going to be a really interesting card though. This is the rare. And we got Nurturing Hive, the Firebird for all of your creatures. Yeah, that's really what it is. You tap one less mana to play any creature. It's pretty cool. Armored Sentinel and Divine Shaman. That's cute. Two protectors right next to each other there. Awesome stuff. Alright. Bronzarm Renegade, Corporal Pepper, Ballistic Skytear, Hunter Sphere, Lava Tube Crawler, Blitz Commando's the rare, giving all of your Corrupteds fast attack, which is insane. And even if you don't have Corrupted creatures, this is a Jet Thrust Darter, which is still pretty cool. Manic Mechanic, Arkward, as people like to say. It sounds a lot like awkward. I think I saw that in the comments somewhere. It's kind of funny. This is basically like defense mode, except it untaps at the end of the turn, so it's interesting. It's going to be fun and sealed anyway. And Wandering Brain Eater. I've been seeing a lot of Wandering Brain Eaters there at the end. Alright, Mad Watcher, Broadsword Butterfly, Bodyguard Ford, Choten Stalker Sphere, Chimera Protector. The rare is Spinning Terror. This is going to be a really interesting card. I really don't know how good this card is going to be, but it's just really interesting that every card that your opponent draws outside of their draw phase ends up losing one of their shields. It ends up making them lose one of their shields. Sorry, bad English there. So, you know, like, a lot of people are saying, oh, this is going to be so awesome against, like, Tritonus and stuff like that, because then they draw 5 and they lose all their shields, but, you know, Tritonus, you don't have to draw, or you can draw up to as many as you want. So you could like draw one, you lose a shield, draw one, lose a shield, and stop whenever you want. It's gonna be funny against Keeper of Laws too, I guess. So you can play your spells without worrying about it, because you'll break their shields. You're gonna give them more cards, but if you're playing this in an aggressive deck, yeah, it could lead to some funny results. And I just revealed the very rare there by accident, but Galsaur, and believe it or not, this is my 4th box, and this is the first Galsaur I got. Galsaur is gonna be really interesting. Fallen Keeper and Beam Bloom. Alright, Dawnblaze Patrol, Sabotage Worm, Detain, Boomskull, Engulf, which is like Devouring Smog, but for bouncing creatures, which is kind of cool. Tusk Shouter is the rare, and you can also find this in the competitive deck. There's just one in there randomly. Like, all the creatures in the competitive deck are corrupted, except this one, so it's interesting. Graviton Generator, Shadow Strike is actually going to be really cool too. This is kind of like the Darkness Nature's version of Fight in a way. But it could be seen as better, because basically your creatures don't fight, but you basically just take one of your creatures that says, oh, okay, it has 4,000 power, and then you target a creature, and then they lose that amount of power, so it effectively becomes a fight, but you kind of not do a fight. So it's actually good against Slayers and stuff like that. You can get rid of Slayers without worrying about your creature. This card's going to be really good, I think. And Crystal Pulse. Alright, last pack on the left side. So we're almost halfway done here. Stratus Beetle, Cyber Trooper, Snake Trap, Skyvolt Mech, Tainted Quartz, Lava Tube Crawler. The rare is Infernal Taskmaster, which is basically the suicidal hyperspeed of this set. You basically give creatures that enter play fast attack, but if you attack with those fast attack creatures, they will get banished at the end of the turn, or when they attack, or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's if it attacked this turn, it gets banished. Yeah, at the end of the turn. Okay, so at the end of the turn, they all blow up. That's the rare. XT4 Brewfist. Interesting that it's Slayer, but only when it's attacked. It's kind of cool. Crash and Burn, another really cool card. You tap a creature and then banish a target creature that has 2,000 power or less. Neat. So now we're going on the other side. We've gotten 5 holos so far. So there's still about 3 or 4 more left. Skull King Cypress, Ricochet Shot, Cyber Trooper, Tainted Quartz, Mad Watcher, another King Barnacle as the rare, Fallen Keeper, Fate's Hand, and Panic and Disorder. Panic and Disorder is going to be another really interesting card too. You tap a creature just like Crash and Burn, and then your opponent discards a card at random. Awesome. It's basically like the Light Darkness version of Grip of Despair, in a way. Or Piercing Judgment, or any of those kind of multi-civ spells that do things. Dracon Upstart, Skyvolt Mech, Dawnblaze Patrol. They really need to make Storm Patrol support, like seriously. Corrupted Rotworm, Lava Tube Crawler, Stratus Beetle. The rare is Victory Gunner once again, Manic Mechanic, and Crystal Pulse. Alright, we got Boomskull, Ballistic Skytear, Ion Cruiser. That's another Storm Patrol that look like, Star Wars, Star Trek ships. Pretty crazy. Cackling Fiend, Bronze Arm Renegade, Mark of Almighty Colossus. It's an interesting concept. You could put Colossus a couple turns earlier, or you choose one of your creatures, it gets 3,000 power, and then you fight. So it's basically like a level 9 potential Terror Pit. I don't know. It's interesting. So that's the rare. And ooh, the very rare is Tricky Turnip. Awesome. He is undiceable, meaning it is untargetable by spells and abilities. Your opponent's spells and abilities anyway. So it's another one of those. So yeah, take that. Alright, awesome stuff. Veil Slip and Wandering Brain Eater. Really excited about Tricky Turnip too. It's so cool. Alright. Snake Trap, Hunter Sphere, Bodyguard Vori, Essence Shade, Chosen Stalker Sphere, another Spinning Terror as the rare, Graviton Generator, Frantic Blast, Crash and Burn. Frantic Blast is another interesting card too. You flip the top card of your deck. If it's a creature, you basically show it to them, and you choose a creature, and then you get rid of it if it has less power than that creature, and then you add it to your hand, regardless if it was a creature or not. So that's really cool. Mad Watcher, Cultivate, and Blazing Giant, Lamplighter, and Golf. The rare is Emergency Protocol, which is basically draw 4 cards, except you're losing 2 shields and drawing 2. But those 2 shields are broken, so you could actually use them, which could lead to really funny things. So I think this card is pretty interesting. That's the rare. Flame Fangs, XT4 Brewfist, and Beam Bloom. Alright, we're about 3/4 of the way done this box. Still got, at least one more super left in this box, hopefully. Preferably 2. Detain, Aqua Trickster, Corporal Pepper, Broadsword Butterfly, Chimera Protector. The rare is Reverberate, draw a bunch of cards. And the very rare is Vile Malvictus. Interesting. -3,000 to all their dudes. Cool stuff. Nurturing Hive and Panic and Disorder. So that's already 6 very rares. Interesting. There'll probably be only 1 super left, but you never know. 2 supers can pop out of nowhere. Dawnblaze Patrol, Tainted Quartz, Cackling Fiend, Cyber Trooper, Ricochet Shot, another Blastforge Marauder. Interesting. Armored Sentinel, Fate's Hand, and Sickly Larva. Okay, we got Cultivate, Dracon Upstart, Essence Shade, Stratus Beetle, Ion Cruiser, Skulking Cypress, another interesting card. You both discard a card, but they go to mana instead, so you're basically messing them up, but also helping them and helping yourself. So it's gonna be an interesting card for ramp control decks, maybe. Chief Toko, interesting card here. It's a protector, and it has Ancestor's Blessing, which is basically if you have, I think, the equal amount of shields or more than your opponent, it gets 3,000 more power, and it gets Double Breaker, so that's not that bad. It's a rare. Arc Ward and Shadow Strike. Just about 4 more packs left here. Okie dokie. Engulf, Snake Trap, Bronzer Renegade, Skyvolt Mech, Dawnblaze Patrol. Corvus Dragon is the rare. Interesting stuff. Evolving on your Celestial Dragons or Terra Dragons. So it's basically useless and sealed because there's no Celestial Dragons or Terra Dragons except for Cassiopeia. That's the rare. And very rare is the Reviled. Personally, one of my favorite Corrupteds. It's just so nasty, especially late game. It gets cheaper by 1 level for every Corrupted creature you have in your discard pile. And then every time one of your Corrupteds attack, you basically take any creature from your discard pile and put it into your hand. So you basically recycle all your Corrupteds that fell in battle earlier. Really, really nasty card. And it's Double Breaker too, I think, for 6,000 power. Shadow Strike and Defiant Shaman. 3 more packs. So this is a pretty good Corrupted lineup of holos here. Warbringer, Poseidon, Reviled, and Seneschal, and Luminar Unleashed. Cultivate, Ballistic Sky Terror, Lamplighter, Cackling Fiend, Dracon Upstart, Blitz Commando is the rare. Frantic Blast, Nurturing Hive, Flame Fangs. 2 more packs. Alright, what do we got here? Bodyguard Vorg, Essence Shade, Hunter Sphere, Ion Cruiser, Boomskull, Ravenous Webleg is the rare. Interesting, it's a level 6, 6,000 blocker that's a Shadow Champion. When it wins a battle, it banishes itself like Skeeter Swarmer, but if this card gets banished, they have to choose one of their creatures and banish it, so it's like a Gregorius Fortress in a way. And if you have Gregorius Fortress out at the same time as this, then even better. Really crazy stuff there. Crash and Burn, Arc Ward, and Sickly Larva. Okay, so this is the last pack. There has to be another super in here, and it's kind of funny, because first pack had a super, I think. Or no, it was a very, I think. Yeah, no, never mind. But anyway, there should be a super in here. There we go. Okay. Good. Aqua Trickster, Chimera Protector, Corporal Pepper, Shonestalker Sphere, Broadsword Butterfly. The rare is Sunmote Field. Really interesting card. Basically, it's not really a Storm Spark, but basically all their creatures can't attack until their start of or start of your next turn. Like, how does this work? Yeah, until the start of your next turn, creatures can't attack you. All right, so let's finally see what this super is. Oh, hello there. It is Almighty Colossus. Blah, 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 blah. Crazy stuff. Rawr. Okay, he's cool. XT4 Brewfist, Guardian Rusalka, and code card. So there you have it, guys. Here are the pulls I got. So once again, it was only a 2 super box. It's not 3, sadly, but the 2 supers were actually really cool. Warbringer Poseidon, a boss monster for Corrupted, and a Mighty Colossus, the boss monarch of the set. Awesome stuff. And the very rares, Haven's Elite, Seneschal, Luminar Unleashed, Reviled, there's the Corrupteds over there, Gulfsor, which is actually my first somehow, Tricky Turnip, and Val Malvictus. Overall, really nice box. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this Invasion Earth box opening. And yeah, Draco-themed mat is really cool. Awesome stuff. And yeah, wish you guys best of luck in your Invasion Earth boxes. And I hope you guys don't get too many vicious scourges in your boxes. So guys, this is TKC, the Kaijudo Channel, signing off. Thanks for watching, guys.